Roobarb, then met the Roman gladiator that was Maximus, was far too strong for a lucky survivor, but couldn't finish them off. Will that be a telling factor in the heat final? Lack of finishing power. Maximus slammed and bashed by the house robots, counted out before the drop zone. Mute put paid to Mr. Nasty in the second of our semi-final clashes. For me, this was a controlled and rather elegant performance. Mr. Nasty was full of chase. The sergeant was chasing the referee. Mute and Mr. Nasty developed into a little bit of a kiss chase. But all romances end. The end was nigh for Mr. Nasty on the flame pit. So, this is the first of our new Blood Heat finals. Roobarb against Mute. Mute may be a little bit lucky to get this far. I wonder what you think. I wonder what Derek Foxwell, the senior technical consultant on Robot Wars, thinks. He's joined me again up here in the Crow's Nest. Are you impressed with the new Blood machines? You've seen them before, of course, in the auditions, but actually in there, fighting in the arena.
Yeah, I'm impressed with some of them. I mean, they've got a long way to go to catch up with the All-Stars. They're quite impressive robots, both of them. The driving leaves a little bit to be desired, and people get very nervous in the arena. And for new bloods, there's always a bit of nervousness when they go in. So there may be a bit of a hesitancy before they actually start to fight. But I think it'll be a very close match.
Similar weapons here, both of them flippers. Mute's
they're
smaller.
Yeah, I think Mute has probably got the advantage on manoeuvrability, but we'll see how they go.
A Mute final on Robot Wars, what, with this crowd baying? No, I'm going to go for Roobarb.
They came, they saw, they gave a right good kicking. But who is going all the way as we let the final begin?
Mute. Still fortunate for me to be here after driving into the pit in the first melee. Adam and Daniel Emmett.
Roobarb.
The machine of Joshua Pinto, Lee Simpson and Mark McIntyre.
Robotwars, stand by.
And in the arena for the house robots, there's Shunt with the double blades. And he's still a sergeant, Yusa, on the last warning, sir.
3, 2, 1.
Roobarb on the right, just lifted slightly by Mute, getting underneath that 3-centimetre ground clearance. Now, when I went for Roobarb to win this, I've got to be honest, I forgot that ground clearance, and Mute has already taken advantage and has got the flipper in. Good self-righting by Roobarb, using their flipper to self-right, turning away from Mute. Mute in underneath once again. That had to be their game plan. Wasted use there of the hydraulic flipper from Roobarb. Oh, teetering! Brilliant recovery! That is the finest recovery we have seen on Robot Wars. They're out, they're going out, they're going out. No, they're not, they're bouncing back. That was brilliant. That was like watching a high-wire trapeze artist in the circus. Roobarb now on the attack of Mute, who springs back. Well, this is balletic stuff so far. Mute being pushed by Roobarb. Mute on its side. Now, if Roobarb can actually get Mute on its side, I'm not too sure they'd be able to self-right like they've just done, springing back spectacularly. Let's have another look. Hopping like a rabbit out there, Mute. Brave as a lion, though. Back on the attack again. Roobarb turning away. This is a very close final. Trying to push the release button. Oh, on the flame. The release button was to spin there, the disc. Can you see it? On the arena centre. Spinning away madly to throw one of these robots off course. At the moment, Mute needs to throw Roobarb somewhere. Taking it to the arena sidewall. Towards the Pit of Doom release time. Coming to you, Shunt. I think we've just retired that piece of equipment from the arena. We'll get a new one for you. Roobarb lifted up on Mute. They peer away from their control box. The Emmett boys there with Mute. Underneath Roobarb again. For me, Mute have been the more aggressive machine. Would you agree? It goes to a judge's decision. Certainly, Roorbarb's escape from the high wire was stylish and controlled, but they are sustaining telling damage now, and that could be the turning point of the final. Roobarb damaged, backing away. You can see there the wound. Mute sensing they have the upper hand now. In underneath Roobarb. Will they survive this first heat of the New Blood Championship and go on to make the New Blood final? In comes the Sergeant. There we can see the shunt camera peering into the insides of Roobarb. I think, you know, that blow that caused the damage to Roobarb could have made all the difference with the judges, because up to then it was very, very close. Still they're tentative, they manoeuvre away from each other, showing great respect. But in the real heat of Robot Wars 7, should Mute get that far, the 7th UK Championship, Mute will have to go in for the kill, or Roobarb will far more effectively. They'll have to learn from this New Blood affair. 2 seconds remaining before it goes to a judge's decision. Mute left in peril. Close. But for me, Mute will have it. The judges will decide. And while they're making up their decision, let's see the highlights once again. Mute flipping Roobarb. Good recovery from Roobarb there. Magnificent recovery there. So good control for Roobarb. Good style. But it was aggression from Mute in the first place. Roobarb back on the attack. Mute flip. Mute self-righting. Good style. Mute certainly more aggressive there. But ending up on the flame pit. This is a close one.
The judges have made their decision. You know the criteria: style, control, damage and aggression. It was a wicked fight, wasn't it?
It was
a wicked fight. 2 brilliant new robots. We're very impressed. So were the judges, but they were more impressed with Mute! Guys, again, they kept getting underneath you. And kind of try, I think their plan was get underneath you, feed you
to the
house robots and the CPZ, you know.
Killed us.
We weren't going out the arena though, so we proved that by flipping back off the wall.
I know, but they nearly had you out.
Nearly had us out.
A great self-righter, great flipper.
Yeah, stayed on our wheels most of the time.
When it stays straight.
Yeah. I tell you, I mean, the judges were looking at the damage as well. You know, you got a bit of damage on that flipper. It's a bit kinky now, isn't it? You know.
We're pleased to go out to a decent robot.
Yeah. A great robot. You're not pleased. Well, you told me before that you were going to have everybody. You said, come on.
I did. I want Avit. Everybody.
That's what Robot Wars is all about. Come on, bring it. We'll bring it next year.
Yeah, you'll be veterans next year. Have you enjoyed it? You're glad you got involved?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Hey, it's a bug, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's addictive, isn't it?
It is.
Let's hear it. What a robot, Roobarb! Wicked. Was I right with that plan? You're trying to get under them and just like feed them to the lions, is it?
Well, we lost the front flipper, low gas pressure.
That's what I was thinking, because you when you were getting them on your back, you weren't sort of flipping them off anymore.
That's it. We've got barbs on there, so once they get on there, they can't get off. But we lost the flipper anyway, so one flip off them and we can sell for it.
So that's it. That's what I was thinking. If they flip you over, you've got to be out of the game.
It's a merry dance. That's why we were dancing.
Yeah. You won the heat final.
We did it.
You're into a final now. Yeah. Any adaptations now to make it better for?
Just charge those lucky batches.
That's the lad. Okay, come on, let's give it up for Mute! If you think these new robots are not as good as yours, put your money where your mouth is on Robot Wars. Bye-bye. Well done.